Hello everyone, welcome back to Classic Comics. This is my review of Avengers, War Across Time number 3. Again, written by Paul Levitz with art by Alan Davis. So, last issue, Sindri, King of the Dwarves here, he was brought to New York by Thor. But this was an accident and Thor doesn't know that he's responsible. So, although Sindri keeps accusing him and demanding to be returned, Thor keeps telling him, hey man, this ain't my fault, although it actually is. So, as King of the Dwarves, it was Sindri who actually forged Mjolnir, so he's actually able to wield the hammer, as you can see. And he manages to get it away from Thor. So, to create a distraction, he demolishes a nearby building with it. The other Avengers rush to rescue the occupants and bystanders. I really like this panel of Giant Man holding up the building there. And Thor and Sindri, they fight over the hammer. And I guess while Sindri can hold the hammer or wield it, maybe he can't control lightning the way Thor does, I guess, because Thor is able to use the lightning to take it away from Sindri. And then he tells Sindri to surrender, but Sindri, again, as a dwarf, he can manipulate the earth, kind of control earth. So he creates an opening in the ground and he disappears into it and flees underground and seals it up behind him. Now, once he's underground, Sindri eventually discovers this cave and finds the lava men, who the Avengers had fought in Avengers number 5. Now, remember, this story takes place around, I think it's around Avengers number 11. So, way back in the early days. Anyway, they see Sindri and they're going to attack him. And, he just basically tells them stop, and they stop. And they kind of fall to their knees, and like their leader says, I sense your power. And I think what's supposed to be happening here is, again, Sindri can kind of control the earth, and these lava men, being lava men, they're sort of earth elementals in a way. And so maybe it's that power they sense. Anyway, they quickly fall to their knees and listen to him, and they're obeying his orders. Now, in the future, Kang is angry because he wants to look back into the past and find the Avengers' weakest moment, so he'll know the time that's most ripe to attack them. But his servants have failed to do it, so he's angry with them. That kind of, don't fail me again, that sort of thing. So in the present, they're discussing what to do about Sindri. There's this geyser of lava in the street outside, so they go out to rescue bystanders again. And then Thor uses his power over storms to make rain to cool the lava. Then he's swarmed by the lava men, and while they're fighting him, Sindri again manages to get the hammer away from him. And the other Avengers immediately figure, no, Sindri's got to be behind this. But Sindri manages to get the hammer from him again. Then again, he does his disappearing act. He vanishes under the ground and takes the hammer with him. And he tells Thor, hey, I'll give the hammer back, but not until you've sent me back home. And now remember, this is in the early days of the Avengers, so Thor is still Donald Blake at this point. And so he can only be separated from the hammer for about a minute, and after that, he changes back to Donald Blake again. And this photographer gets an image of it, takes a photo, and then in the future, we see that Kang has found this moment in the past, and of course, he's like, yes, this will be perfect. And he's planning to choose this time to strike against the Avengers. And, it kind of ends there. I don't know why, but I find these images of Kang smiling just kind of funny. He's just sort of like, I'm evil, that sort of thing. But overall, so this was a fun issue. I did enjoy it. it rebounds nicely after the second issue, which was a little disappointing. So in the last issue, the whole plot with Sindri seemed like just a distraction, just to kind of pad out the story, but Levitz is actually making the Sindri plot and the Kang plot sort of come together. You know, they are part of the same story, and so it makes more sense, and so I'm glad to see that. Again, it's just a fun comic. I mean, this isn't reinventing the wheel or anything, but it is fun and worth reading, and I definitely do give this a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of War Across Time in the comments, and please sub to the channel and hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you all next time. Also, I'll be doing a live stream 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow evening. I'll talk about the news coming out of Star Wars Celebration and maybe the possible Nintendo Cinematic Universe we could be getting if this Mario Brothers movie is a big hit, which it looks like it's going to be. Anyway, I hope you'll check that out, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching.